Yeah, hi. Alrighty, folks, ladies and gentlemen. So, Raw happened. It is time for your late out of date Raw review. I can't record this the usual fashion because I do have company over, and yeah, let's just say the show really didn't have effort. Okay, so it just, what's the point? Um, I don't know if it sounds like, oh, being late, it's not being lazy if I'm, trying to do this, taking time out of my life to do reviews like this. And not just that, again, to be fair, let's be honest here. I have a busy life now. So I literally am taking time out of my life to like do these videos. So yeah. I don't know why would people say, oh, you're lazy doing this stupid thing. Well, I don't know. I have a life, okay? So, but taking time in my life to do this. But anyways, so Raw happened. It's Memorial Day. Obviously, happy Memorial Day. To all the to all the people we have lost, our servicemen that we lost. Obviously, God bless the people who serve for our country. God bless them. Um, Memorial Day would be still like a fun show. I remember over the years, we honor. If anything, we would honor our servicemen with a great show. Unfortunately, because it is a holiday, they think this is like a little break where they don't need to really try much. Unfortunately, I mean their minds are probably trying, but they're only trying for the smarts by like work rate and shit like that. They didn't really try to like to appeal to like a casual audience and trying to make the show like good. You know what I mean? Um. Yeah. By the way, folks, the Battleground and Double or Nothing review will be coming like after because yeah. Let's just get this Raw review over with though. So Rollins and his faction came out to open the show. I'll be honest with you, man. Like to see Bron Breakker just being a lackey is kind of dumb. Bron Breakker. I understand, like Bron Breakker. She's gonna be. This is trying to help him, but at the end of the day, I just feel like this is kind of like really a lackey for this guy. I don't know. It's also like seeing like it's like freaking seeing a gay stripper with his with the freaking club owner and his bodyguards. That's what I'm feeling like I'm seeing with this. Anyway, so Rollins came out. He said this faction is his vision, and they will move forward with total domination. He's the only person that can wield the power. Oh yeah, like freaking Paul Heyman kept saying, Bron Breakker's the future. He's going to be the WrestleMania main eventer. Bronson Reed, the reason why he joined Rollins is because he's going to, after so many times of their issues, tsunami after tsunami after tsunami, is because of how he can do more damage than anybody. And that makes Rollins want to help. So we got that explanation, but at the end of the day, it just makes no sense for immediately not showing why, or like after the issues with Rollins and Bronson Reed, why not actually like tell the story that hey, this would convert why Rollins would choose him? Because it's just like rather than telling a story, it just and showing and not doing this. It's again they did the show don't tell type of. They didn't do the show don't tell type of thing. They did like something like what a lot of these Hollywood people would do, where they just tell us rather than show us, and that's not good. Rollins declares he'll win Money in the Bank and go to cash out a contract whenever he wants, and he mentions how the fans, I have a better vision for you in this business. You guys now just turn on me. How dare y'all? After you used to get to sing my song, and I'm the bad guy. Like shut up. I just hate the fans. Always act like this. Penta in the first match defeats Chad Gable and Dragon Lee to qualify. I don't like that these are triple threat matches. It's just dumb and repetitive. Penta won because also of Vango, whatever, the guy who showed up in AEW one time, and all the smarks like jizz over him, because he had that match with Kenny Omega. He actually showed up on this show, and he attacked Chad Gable after Chad Gable attacked him. This is the build to that show, Worlds Collide. For some reason, I don't know why they're doing that show. I don't know why. You're just gonna tire your fan base. They're doing that same show the same day as Money in the Bank, and I'm just like, who the hell cares? And that's just an excuse for them not like including those people on the show. Liv Morgan returns after filming her movies after seeing Roxanne Perez touching Dominic Mysterio. So they're doing the same shit that they did with Liv Morgan with Roxanne. I don't know. It's kind of like a little copy and paste type of deal because they have no idea what to do. While I do think, like, there could be a story of doing like how Dom is some like ladies man, but they're not really doing much. I don't know. Liv says she's been gone, but Raquel kept her informed, and now she's not really happy with Dom. So yeah. Okay. Rusev defeated Akira Tozawa, but after the match he kept Tozawa with his submission hold, the accolade. Yeah, this was obviously a squash match, but then we see Sheamus standing up to Rusev. And then Sheamus and Rusev, they had a long history together. The League of Nations. And it's like, really? Are we really getting nostalgic over the League of Nations? The League of Nations was such a failure of a group. And we're supposed to freaking be freaking happy about this? For crying out loud? The League of Nations. Which was like the worst freaking last minute faction that they came up with. For crying out loud, where they ripped off WWE 12, the video game, with that group, and just literally did this. Give me a freaking break. The League of Nations was a jobber, was just a freaking dumb garbage group put together for last minute for Roman Reigns, and we're supposed to act like this is exciting. Give me a break. Ugh. The New Day defeated the War Raiders and the Creed Brothers for the tag titles. I didn't really care, in all honesty. I just did not. I don't like the triple threat style tag matches where there's like 2 people of each team instead of like the 3. I just retarded. This is official for Money in the Bank. I still can't believe, like, really, how is this match on a pay-per-view, but it's Uso versus Gunter on a Raw? I don't know. Gunter, so main event Jey Uso says, like, I've done defeat Logan Paul, and I'm going to whoop Gunter's ass. And then Gunter comes out and says, I'm so proud that you're trying to keep up with the ship, and you're trying to be the best in the world, and, you've been champion longer than I thought. Congratulations being that slime Logan Paul. But you don't have the intellect to understand how to be the champion. In 2 weeks, you would shook, and I will take back my World Heavyweight Championship. Jaden says he's done listening to anyone that tells him that days of champion are numbered and vows he'll make Gunter tap out in Phoenix and retain his title. And it's like, whatever. I don't know. It just, them trying to build the 2 matches is just, at the same time, it's just dumb. Titus is there, but just celebrities from the Netflix show is dumb. Kairi Sane defeated Liv Morgan because of Roxanne trying to help them. But so Liv Morgan, who's back, who's in a feud now, basically, with Roxanne. She loses to Kairi Sane. I'm telling you, man, somebody probably has a freaking hard-on to Asians. For crying out loud. Live Valkyria comes out and says, I want to prove that I'm the best, and I don't like what I don't like what Becky has done. And then Becky demands, like, I lost sight, I lost respect, look at my eyes, and I raise, like, look what I did for you, and, you took everything from me, I'm the reason why you are where you at, or something. Like, I did not care for this, I'll be honest with you, I did not. Just filler shit. We see AJ Styles punches Chad Gable, warns him if he or El Americano interferes in one of his matches, he'll put him through the concrete. Why is this happening? I thought Styles has an issue with Dominic, and I don't get why is this happening. I'm just, like, surprised with this. This is official. This is happening. No one really cares. I think something happens before this match. I forgot. Pre-packaged Rhea Ripley promo. She warns Io and Tiffany to hold their titles tightly because when she wins Money in Bank, she's coming after one of them. Again, I don't get why she's in Money in Bank when they were clearly teasing her and Io. I don't get it. I don't know. Main events. I'm not surprised that this happened. So Seth Rollins defeated Finn Balor and Sami Zayn in a triple threat. The match was fine, but I didn't care for it much because we kind of knew that Rollins was gonna win, and it just kind of was, great. It's indie style, indie wrestler support bullshit. All the indie fans, they like seeing these people. Not really much star power. The match was whatever though. Indie type of shit, triple threat. Um, we did see Ron's new faction get involved, but Finn Balor was trying to, but they had Jey Uso did come out during the match, but then Jey Uso got hurt, and Sammy. Eventually, we see Finn Balor try to get help by Dominic or whatever, but that failed. Which, yeah, Finn Balor is just a loser. I don't know. I don't really. I mean, it's not that I care, but what a loser he is. And then Rollins wins, and then we hear CM Punk's music, and then Punk attacks Rollins to end the show. And he runs away basically without being, I don't know, that's very badass supposedly, huh? Babyface running away. I don't know what to say. I don't know. It is what it is. So a bunch of qualifiers and just filler. That was Raw for you. Very boring show in my honest opinion. It just, wow, like, and I had company over because of the weekend and whatever, and it just shows like, man, this show has no star power, man. Wrestling has keep going downhill. That's just how it is, So that's Raw for you. That's all I'm gonna say. Not really a fan of the show. Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye.